Welcome back to Chamberlain Family Farms. Today we're out here at the bees, and if you've watched our previous videos, you'll be glad to know that I got a new bee suit. It's been a while since I've been out here because the last time I got lit up so bad all over my head, so I said I am not going to let that happen again. So it's a beautiful fall day. It's still pretty warm, but it is going to be dipping below freezing very soon. So today we're going to check the bees, and we are going to give them some feed because the flowers where they can get their pollen is pretty much done. So I don't know how much of a honey supply they have. Probably not enough to get them through winter. So we're going to go ahead and start them on feeding, and that's going to be a concoction of half sugar and half water. We have a mason jar and we put some holes in it. So we'll turn that upside down and they'll be able to get under there and feed. And I'm also going to do a little bit of insulation to make sure that they stay warm enough. Because if it gets under 57 degrees, they're going to start getting really cold. And some of the bees might start dying off, and we want to make sure that the queen especially stays warm enough. The bees will put themselves in a ball when it's really cold to make sure that the queen and themselves stay warm, but we're going to try to give them a little help. Let's see what we have. Looks like they're all down on the bottom in the queen brooding box. They're looking very healthy and active. When you're checking your bees, you want to make sure that they haven't developed any mites. If you're just starting out with beekeeping like I am, you won't get much honey the first year. You'll start getting more the second year and after. I've been able to get a little bit, about 1 jar's worth, but we're not going to do that now, coming on winter time, even if there was enough, because we want to make sure that they have plenty of reserve of honey through the winter. And I can tell that the queen is still very active. They are brooding very, very well. And you want to make sure that your screens are pushed close enough together that things are not getting out of control. They will build outward. We're going to go ahead and put this on top of here. What I'm going to use is some foil insulation. And there's different kinds of insulation that you can buy, but we have this laying around the farm, so of course we're going to use it. Okay, and the next thing that I'm going to do for the feeding system is put a hole in the center, and this will also allow them to come up and get into other parts of the hive. And we're in the Midwest, specifically southern Indiana, so it really has not gotten that cold yet. I think this will be good enough for a while. And if we do end up getting some freezing temperatures, which we're hoping for a mild winter, but if we do get some freezing temperatures, I'll just use this and wrap around the hive. And now we're going to put an empty box on top of the insulation. I just have a couple pieces of board. This is part of one of the other bee boxes, but I just got another random piece of wood. And as time goes on, we'll add more jars. We save most of our jars because I make candles and for things like this. So very inexpensive feeding system. And this is what it looks like. And as you can see, we just have one little drip down there, and it's up off of the bottom. It's not leaking. And they'll be able to just come up and get a drink whenever they want. A good, inexpensive feeding system for your bees. And we ought to be good for a little while. Stay tuned, because next we're going to show you how we're heating our red wiggler worm farm. So now we're in Phil's garage at Site 1. And we have a red wiggler worm farm. These are great composting worms, and they're native to Florida. And Kim's feeding them leaves, and she puts scrap in here to feed them. There's some babies. So guys, these worms are, like I said, native to Florida, and so they need warm temperatures. And so we got them in here in the garage, and we are going to get some heat in this garage so that they will stay nice and warm through the winter.
Project metal. Yep. So the hole is not quite big enough for that to slide in. So instead of cutting and making it wider, what we're doing is he snipped the corners all the way around. And then all he's doing is he's bending that pipe outwards. And by doing this, it's actually going to make a tighter fit, because later on we can bend that metal back down a little bit and it'll help seal everything off good, which means less caulking and all that, and it looks better. All right, so we got it in. Now what we got to do is we got to frame it in. Put a board up here like this, and get a couple going like this, maybe one more underneath, and then we'll just go along and we'll screw to the boards to keep it from moving. All right, so he's doing the same thing he did before whenever we wired up the garage. If you guys haven't seen that video, go check it out and I'll show you how to wire it. He's just running the wire down through there, putting a clamp on it, then we'll hook it up. Here. Yeah, 30 amp. Dad's got the electric. He's hooking it up now to the box, plug in. We'll be ready to go. Got the outside cover on. And that right there is the drain for the water to come out.
Okay, let's check this out. See if this is working. Got electric. Whoop, turned it off. There we go. Got the mode, it's on heat. 60 is as low as it'll go. But 60 will be okay. It'll keep my worm farm alive during the winter. I can turn it up too if I want to, so. Awesome, we have heat.
Little deal.
Yay!
And that's our worms there.
Look, Grandpa did this. Grandpa got it going. Pretty awesome? Yeah. You feel it? Is it getting warm?
It's gonna stick in my hand.
Yeah, it tickles your hand.
Thank you for watching Chamberlain Family Farms. You can contact us at chamberlainff@gmail.com. You can also see us on Facebook, Chamberlain Family Farms. We hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe.